Egg. Cat. Well, it's been a minute and it's Christmas. Well, almost. Anyways, patch just dropped yesterday. They extended maintenance for a bit. I just went to bed because I'm a normal working human being. Anyways, there is so much shit going on in this update, and I'm just gonna give a TLDR. You don't really need to know everything, just like the meat and bones of it. Either way, they they didn't say what compensation was, but they just gave it to you. What I mean by that is they just gave you like a shit ton of boxes. Okay, you see over here on the right, I got like 2000 SR, 1000 SR, weapon, armor, whatever. And um, it seemed like whatever you had in your locker, they basically multiplied it by 20, and then that's what you got. So now we have a shit ton of boxes to upgrade with. Because they basically redid the scaling with the game. So if I go to, I don't know, upgrade, getting a bit ahead of myself, and if I choose this gun, and you see right here, it takes 9 boxes instead of 1. So, um, but yeah, getting a little too ahead of myself. They basically that. Plus 9 is now plus 18. Overall, I would just say this DPS bottom line is a bit higher. What I mean by that is technically nothing changed. So they went in, they revamped some skills and whatever. This skill in particular, spotting weakness, headshot used to be 56%. Now it's 28%. That's that's a huge debuff to everyone across the board. But they made it more grindable friendly, where everything else gives you damage. So right here, drone station gives you some machine gun and machine gun. Exploration storage gives you blade power and sniper rifle. So all these are kind of useful to level up now. And they basically reduce all the costs of like unlockable costs. So what I mean by that is now we can use facility mods at level 8 instead of level 10, which is nice. It's like a really minor boost, like 1%, half a percent. I wouldn't sweat too much about it. Big thing, we got third slot. We can use a fancy melee, and you could hotkey a quick um, quick melee button. You can see I just put it to my mouse. You can shoot melee without swapping. Very nice, very smooth. I like how they did that. Even though melee is a little dog water. Don't believe me. Watch this. They did say they revamped it. There's a bunch of numbers. There's a bunch of charts. Do I believe them? Yeah, the damage numbers output, but it's still the versatility behind melee. It's like, 3 slashes for level 36 when the freebie dagger that they gave us is a +5. So you would think like a +5 to a level 36 would at least one shot with that kind of level distance. But oh yeah, going back to upgrading, the so everything's basically doubled. +1 is a +2, +2 is +4, +3 is +6. Use a calculator for the rest. Uh, and there's a lot of quality of life mods. Um, damn, still jumping around too much. Sticking with upgrades. Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Compensation, they gave you boxes. If you had boxes, times 20. They basically, whatever your gun was, they doubled it. So, and then rounded up. So this Tommy gun was a +4. Now it's a +9. This my Krinkov +5. Now it's a +11. Uh, Best part, if you fail an upgrade, it adds to a karma system and like a pity system essentially, and then it scales within whatever you're doing. I had a guildmate show me when he was leveling up his gun, and it took like 14 tries to hit pity from 9 to 10, and then 10 to 11 is like 20. So it's pretty steep still. So, fun for the grind. It's long. It's supposed to be long. It's like a grindy game. That's what we like. Um, but yeah, it's just you don't have to worry about having a backup weapon. It just fucking goes. And as you can tell, the rates are significantly lower. But like I said, on failure, you get a pity bonus at the top, and on was it and was it doesn't decrease if you fail. So back to one gun. They tried to um, if you're worried about damage, like I said before, it's all about the same. Except it's slightly stronger. They did buff SSR guns slightly. They say 10%, feels more like a 8% increase in damage. What I mean by that is like the raw damage. If we're going back on the old scale, a +3 SR is now like a little, like a smidge bit stronger than a +0 SSR. So going to the new scale, basically a +6 SS, a +6 SR. Do I even have one? Probably not. A +6 SR is basically a +0 SSR, right? It's kind of ridiculous. Um, I guess I don't really have one. Either way, good change. More stuff to grind. Everyone's gonna be huddling in Twilight or Holotor. And then they said they doubled the drop rates. I tried it myself. I didn't put a lot of time into it. I probably put 20 minutes before I went to bed, and I didn't see a difference. But it's just 20 minutes. But people on the Discord have said that they've actually had like multiple drops of SSRs. Not multiple from one person, but multiple people said that they got an SSR today, like on patch day, which is pretty exciting. Especially just like, we can find SSRs now. It's not as rare. It'll be rare, but like not impossibly rare. Not like 400 hours into one titanium rare. All right. Calibration systems. How calibration systems works? Well, it's best lead by example. Oh, so there is a little bug. I'll just show it to you. They'll probably patch it out eventually. It's nothing beneficial. It probably just harms us. So I got 3 calibration tools, and I'll show you in a second how to get them. And you see at this bottom says it costs 3. So that sounds like, oh, I need 3 calibrations tools to recalibrate my gun. And no, it's basically horse shit. So if I go here, find the calibration tool. If I remember where the calibration tool is, growth. How dare it? Oh, there it is. I take out 2. I go into my car and I just stuff it in the trunk. Bam. Go back in. Because we want to be lucky, we gotta go check in the fridge for the we gotta go check in the fridge for the good rolls, and then we calibrate. Bam, bam, and now you see it says cost 1. So basically, you re-roll your entire substats right here, and it's just random. But then supposedly you gotta choose the old one or the new one. So we roll it right here. Harsh. Oh, that's kind of good. Well, I mean, return, confirm. I don't know if, well, the new one is good, but like, is return keeping the old one? I guess return's keeping the old one. Either way, you don't want to re-roll. I guess I thought it was an option. I gotta try it again with something shittier. Either way, that's just how that is. It was a nice little bonus. Not like it'll matter because I'm swapping guns. Over to this one. So, well, that was calibrations for you. How to find calibrations. You just go to the shop, whole new shop is different. Go to exchange. Trinity coins, buy a calibration tool. Silver bars, buy a calibration tool. And you also get a calibration tool from decomping your. Oop, oop. How the fuck do you open your locker? Oh, right here. You also get 20% chance for a calibration tool to drop when you decomp your SSR weapons or armor. Doesn't matter. They both work. So that's nice. Let's see. Calibrations. Third weapon, we get a little dagger, as you saw earlier. Good for Celtic score users. I'm not too big of a fan of pushing my Celtic score because we all know who's the top 10, and I ain't trying to wage my bets into here. Like, you already see, like, almost 2 million. I'm at like 1.5 million. This shit's too much work to compete with these sweats, so I don't deal with that. Crafting, you don't have to worry about upgrade boxes too much because you can just craft them now. Oh, wrong one. Oh, but you can also just craft a guaranteed SSR box, for weapons. Test your luck. I got a dinky sniper. You can do the same thing with armor. Might as well. A little bit of gamba. Consumables right here, upgrade tools, and you can upgrade. You get 20 a week, or I guess 20 a month. I guess I misread it first time. 20 a month. R and SR, you can go as many as you want. Is it bad to just do like SR or SSRs? I mean, that's the end game, but upgrading Rs and Ns are still good because they revamped the collection and there are some really good stuff in the collection now, even though you got to give up, the gun for it. But it really doesn't matter because they're cheaper by the dozen. It's an N grade gun. Craft it, find it, whatever. Same with the R grade guns. It shouldn't cost you too much. And it's like for a couple percent, like I think it's like 5 to 8%, depending on the gun you want to use, inside just the collection is pretty gnarly. On top of that, other ways to get massive damage bonuses. You see here, your communities now give you damage stats. Like you see, I get 2% assault rifle here, you get 3% sniper, 3% pistol. This one's 3% shotgun, blunt weapon, all good stuff. I don't think they touched any other skills. Going to skills, oh, we have skill sets. So, let me just SMG. Yeah. So now you can have different skill sets without spending 100K. But if you want to switch the skill set, like, then you had to spend, like, if I want to redo this preset, it costs 100K. So, but other than that, yeah, I could swap for free, which is pretty nice. To be honest, I only use one because I'm stingy and lazy. So, going down the list, there's an appearance change coupon ticket for all you guys that fucked up and chose a dude instead of a woman. You just go here, shop, exchange, red diamonds, and bam, appearance gender change ticket. It's free. I bought it because why not? Because it's free. They added skins to the game, a little bit more for the customization girlies. We got, you change your hats, change your face, change your clothes, pants, backpack, and it won't affect your armor, which is very nice. I guess I got no pants for drip. I got a bunch of shirts. You see, shirts. Of course, I gotta stick with the pumpkin head because it's festive. Here's the hats. There's glasses. Ooh. Not like I'll ever see the glasses because we rock in the head. Weapons have skins, not a lot. This Krinkov skin, if you really like the Krinkov, you get it from recruitment. So go out there, recruit your buddy, get him to level 40, and then you get the skin for free. You don't have to do anything. Recon got a skin. It's just through playing the game, doing like basic guide stuff. SPR got a skin. I think this one's paid. I don't remember. Alpha got a skin. This is a 7-day daily reward. So no big trip. Ooh, new field boss called a brute. It's basically replacing Gigas in the lower tier areas. I haven't seen it. I'll probably go find them and chuck it out. But exciting thing about that, there is should kill him twice weekly because he gives everyone in the party a weekly reward. So you might as well kill him for freebies and gives incentive to party with your friends because it everyone gets a reward. So you're not fighting for loot anymore. So that's nice. At least for that weekly brute boss. He's a big guy. It looks like Gigas. He has a metal helmet. Everything's Christmas themed, new, just like the summer, just like the was it summer, Halloween, same type of event. And you get player outfits right here using this little gingerbread man, one zombie, one man, stuff like that. Um, there was like, I thought there was more stuff to buy with it. Pretty sure. Oh, cookie exchange right here. Toolboxes, proofs, all that good stuff. It's basically all the same. Um, so going down, we went over the outfits. You can buy all the new residents again. So you go to shop, recruitment, they put the other three. Got Liam, got Lola, there's Daisy. Everyone always asks, are they worth it? They're fucking expensive, guys. It's worth it if you have the money and you like the game. I personally bought them because, I like doing the quests. There's really no other merit besides that. I think Leo probably is the strongest because right here you got AR damage and you got reload speed on a resident. Goes kind of crazy, you know. Uh, Everyone else is just kind of eh. That's just how it is. Going down, they oh so substats they basically buffed a lot. So as you can tell, my shirt has 4%. Stop. My shirt has 4% attack power instead of 2. They basically doubled it. A lot of substats got changed. There's a huge list, and it'd be too much for me to go over. Well, it'd take a long time to go over. You don't really have to worry about it. Either way, nothing got nerfed. Everything got buffed. Um, Speaking of nerfs and buffs, the weapon categories have changed slightly. So they're like, oh, I'll just read out their exact wording for it. But they're basically trying to change, like make distinct change between all the weapons. You got, high mobility pistols, you got shotguns, like for close range combat, uh marksman rifles versus, I don't really have an SPR up here. Marksman rifles versus like semi-auto or bolt action rifles like the Recon, to submachine guns, high mobility, close range combat, to ARs, which they want people to stand still and shoot for higher accuracy in mid-range fights. Is that all? Machine guns, like the heavy machine guns. I don't got one. I had to go find it. Um, but yeah, they just try to do distinctions between it. So they at first they buffed and nerfed some stuff to balance out everything, but then they went back on their word, and then they're like, you know what? Let's not nerf stuff. So they kept. I believe they took out all of the nerfs for anything that they're going to go for, and they just gave them buffs. What I mean by this was Krinkov had a 26% reload speed decrease. That meant it went from, personally, I had a 1.6 second reload speed on my Krinkov. That would have brought it up to 1.8 seconds. And okay, 0.2 seconds, sure, big whoop, but like 0.2 seconds could save you from a reload into a roll versus a reload or you can start reloading, roll, and it'll still be an empty magazine kind of deal. So they basically took it out. They reverted it. Nothing changed with the Krinkov. Same with uh, sticking with ARs. Yeah, every AR had like a reload decrease, and they basically took it out. So nothing really changed. Uh, Moving on, SMGs. They increased the attack power significantly depending on the SMGs. Increased reload speed, which is nice. It's supposed to be technically faster than an AR reloading an SMG. Uh, they did reduce the effective range on it, so you got to get a little bit closer to do max damage. As you can tell on this attack range is like right after the K, versus this attack range is like right before the G on range. So you go mid range to close range, and you'll see it on every other gun. Shotguns, the best shotgun update. Each shotgun has their own unique pellet spread. So now you don't really have to RNG like the spread. Sometimes you hit like 18 pellets or 9 pellets and then 8 pellets. Sometimes you hit 8 pellets to the head, sometimes you hit one, sometimes it misses completely, even though you're barrel stuffing them. And they claim they fixed it. I haven't tried it out. That's just what they said. Each shotgun has its own individual spread. So it'll vary from shotgun to shotgun, and I'll do some more investigation of that later. Sniper category, I don't really fuck with snipers too much. I just slap on a recon scout and then I just move. Simple, don't miss your first shot kind of deal. But original nerfs to this, they are gonna decrease reload speed by 30% and aiming speed while moving by like 10% on top of fire rate for like the SPR and stuff. It was basically gonna kill the meta for snipers, and then they rolled it back, which it is what it is. It's sad to see people get nerfed when they should just be buffing guns in a mainly PvE way, so they can have every gun still viable. Plus, the whales would get mad. But either way, pistols, they literally only gave pistols movement speed when aiming. Like, that shit's so shit. Just gonna throw that out there. Like, I love pistols. Like, I got this bad boys, and it just it's not good, you know? Like, I mean, I'm still gonna level it up and rock it eventually because I also got this one. But it's just kind of sad, to be like, oh, well, I want to use a pistol, try and be like Leon Kennedy, but you know, it is what it is. It's my own gripe. Heavy machine guns with the MG 240. At first, they're gonna decrease the firing rate, but then they just reverted it. So really, nothing changed for it. They just increase stationary fire, so your accuracy is better if you're standing still, which shouldn't matter. It's a skill issue kind of deal. Unless you're playing on a phone, then it really is a skill issue. Bunch of developer comments, melee weapon rebalance. Yeah, each melee weapon type, you got single hand, dual hand, blade, and blunt version. So like here's a single hand blade, single hand blunt, single hand blade, two hand blade. They all have some kind of significance to them, but not really. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Because to be honest, melee would be viable if you could do. I'm not saying it should one shot, but like if I go to Twilight Holotor and I like the zombie has an eighth of his HP, an eighth, then the melee should kill it. And it's not even asking for too much. Like a level 45 zombie with like, I don't know, like a +8 melee weapon, it should just kill him, right? Um, Either way, speaking about Twilight, nothing much changed. Harsh Winter, though, you can get facility blueprints now, which is nice. So if you only want to farm in one spot, I guess Harsh Winter's the way. It's going to be crowded as fuck, though. Let's see. Going down the list. Reverted changes. Trinities. Categories. Yeah, that's basically the main stuff. Upgrade is nicer. We got calibration. Oh, calibration unlocks at 6, I believe. Forge level 6. And then you get this bad boy. Crafting, upgrading. I'll do upgrading some other time. The last things would be, I guess, cosmetics. Because everyone loves cosmetics. Back to the shop. As you can tell, they took out the double diamond change. So, you know, your money to in-game currency change rate is less to move it to a more grindy game instead of a pay-to-win game. And they also, when you, let's say I were to sell, let's say I was the guy who sold this gun, right? 1,000 for even numbers. When you get it back, they take a 5% cut, right? So instead of 1,000, 5% of this is like, I can't really math, 50. So instead of 1,000, you get 950 back. Now it's 10%. So if you were to sell this gun right here, instead of 1,000, you get 900 back. So it's bigger of a cut. So even more discouraging to, pay for gems and do whatever. Do whatever you want with your money. I spend a little, I don't spend a lot. So other people spend a lot. It's just how you enjoy the game. If anything, I like buying these characters because it's just content and you know, I like having characters. It's like new stuff. The packages, go to package. I don't really bother with any of this. This is all farmable. Like I wouldn't waste my breath. Like $45, like that's a bougie ass dinner and lunch for a whole day. Membership change, you just get 620 off the rip with 30 days. They did buff all these benefits, which is nice. Is it worth it for $10? I mean, that's like 2 coffees. I wouldn't trip over it. I'd probably still buy them because it's not that bad. Scenario pack right here, they discontinued. Normal packs here, it's all garbage. Don't waste your money. Like, as this is like, just play the game. If you don't have enough time, just play the game longer. Is basically my advice for this. Like, don't worry. Like, you don't need this. This is why we play the game, is to grind for all this stuff. Like, come on. Outfits. We saw the recruitment. Pets haven't changed except for this little new outfit, shiny nose. No cars. Exchange shop. You saw all the new stuff. And one quality of life that I like that they did was you get to see flowers and titans on your map. So if I just zoom over Sand Creek, there's a flower right here. I don't have to go around like randomly hunting for a spawn. So here's a flower. I killed 2 titans earlier, but like there was a titan like right here, and just his icon was chilling there. So I teleported, beat his ass, and got nothing. Well, they adjusted the ER that they dropped. I got 2 ER from that giant. And then a flower spawned like over here, kicked his ass, and I got 3 ER. So it's not a constant 5, but it is a lot easier to hunt, so to speak. That's probably it for this. Yeah. Oh, snowman. So yeah, this is the new biggest update. There's still plenty of more to see. Is there any bugs? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Someone will be crying about it. Either way, that's all for this one. Bye bye.